Hello everybody, welcome back to another White Fox review. This is GM. Hello, I'm new to White Fox, but I feel like I understand her well enough to get a review now. Last sessions, I got to Celestial 1 with Rocket at the end of the season. For some reason. It felt undeserved. And now I want to get to Celestial again with White Fox because I love her kit. I haven't figured out how to really use her ult since it's a lot different than the other support ults. And I found myself quite frustrated when ulting because I don't feel I generate much value. Also, I feel like I haven't mastered the balance between damage and healing on her yet. I've definitely ult tracked better in this game, but the global changes are throwing off my... Yeah, that's definitely a thing. The ult changes are pretty significant, and yeah, it just takes longer to get used to again. But anyway, we'll see what's going on.
You have to stop them from securing the mission area.
What's up, Joe? I think it is.
Down. These guys don't stand a chance.
Okay, we have a DC and magic went through the portal. Nice. This controller? Is this legit PC? Or legit console? Gotcha. What's up, Mord? How's it going? All right, so we're talking about getting our damage levels up. You have a Luna, so you have a main support. So you can afford to do more damage. We also have a Groot and a Strange, who are some of the tankiest tanks in the game. They have, Strange has an 800 health shield. Groot has like 4 walls and can really take a beating, right? So all of those things combined tell us already before we even start the game that we can do a little extra damage. The way that I tend to manage it and tell people is you want to do as much damage as you can possibly get away with, right? So the idea is like, we could kind of chalk this up to like limit testing. At the beginning of the game, just try to do a ton of damage and be like, okay, if I do a ton of damage and look back, I don't know, this frequently, let's say like every 4 seconds, will my tanks fall over or not? Especially since you're already at GM2, right? If you're getting up there, your tanks aren't going to fall over instantly without healing, ideally. So this whole time, we're using all of our ammo on like healing, but our tanks really aren't taking much damage. So this would be a great time to just be doing some extra damage and getting our damage numbers up. What's up, Caesar? How's it going? I don't think it's that necessary. Yeah. I think these are my rocket habits. Yeah. That makes sense. Just spamming down main. Something else I'm seeing as a leftover rocket habit is just your cursor height. This needs to be a little bit higher. White Fox, I know that it bounces, but if you hit the first bounce on the floor, like this is much better. Where you are right here is much better, but then you keep correcting back down. Now we're looking at people's feet, which is not good. You want it to be a little higher up. You don't want to bounce off the floor. Bouncing off the floor lowers your healing rate by like 50-something%. It's significant. I think it's 58. I think also when we talk about damage, I'm not sure if you watched that video of how to carry as a support on Invisible Woman, but one of the things that Okami does is like the second there's an opportunity to get a kill and one person on your team is not going to fall over and die, they go for it. And so hearing like this TP, not really great, but hearing a Groot ult, this should immediately be like, it's go time, get a kill. Make advantage of it. Like, take advantage of what's going to happen here. We're a little bit slow on the take. We're still like healing instead of it's time to actually secure kills, which can make a huge difference. I like this TP. That's great. What is it about White Fox that makes people look at the floor? Uh-oh. Okay, we're down 1. Now I'm thinking I'm probably going to use my ult to change the advantage of the game. We're down 1. Right about here. I don't know. I love it. I love it. No, don't go that way. Don't go that way. I don't care. Your Luna's probably dead, and I would just go for it. I'd go this way. Personally. This is one of those things where we get to high level VOD reviews where there's not a directly clear answer. So what do you do in a situation like this, right? Best thing you can do is just is theory craft, right? So it's like, okay, we turned around here, we tried to save our Luna, it didn't work, they were just dead, right? So what are our other options? We could run forward and try to help our Strange. Would that have worked? Just keep running. We'd be right about here. There's a chance that we get into the Jeff ult as well. And then we'd just be eaten. So that wouldn't have helped. Pierre doesn't really do anything. I guess attack the magic. So if there's no winning option that we could think of here, what's the next best thing? We look earlier to see if there was something else we could have been doing to stop us from getting in this situation. So we have a Daredevil dead, right? Daredevil dead, but their White Fox also just respawned. Our Strange doesn't have ult, but neither does their Strange. I mean, there's a chance that you could actually just ult right now and say, all right, we got to go all in. If we don't win the fight here, we're not going to win the fight. We're just going to lose it slowly. I think that could have worked, especially right here. But it's tough to say. This could have just been a losing situation and your Daredevil died early. It happened. But that's like the idea of going through it. I'd look for Daredevil here. Hopefully we can get out. I aim at the floor so that even when I miss, it bounces and heals because I don't trust my aim. Yeah, I mean, I understand the logic of it, but at this rank, and with this character specifically, you're just losing out on so much healing. So much healing, so much damage, and like, if you want to really start getting high elo, you're gonna have to start really working on your aim and like trusting it and going for the high risk plays. That's right, Cub. It's a 58%. Oh, there you go. Yeah. This could have just been bad timing, but we definitely want to save the tails. I understand. It's just unfortunate. Okay. This is something that we really need to correct. This is not good. I understand going in melee form here. You want to keep the magic from killing you, right? That makes sense. The problem is these people need your help as well. So the best thing that you can do here is to actually either TP or melee form into your team and have your team help you deal with the magic. Because we back up, like we try to deal with the magic on our own, and then that's just going to lose us the fight. Even Luna coming in with her ult. Just imagine the scenario. Let's see. I don't think you had your TP, right? Why do we not have our TP? We don't have our TP because we TP up to the Star-Lord to heal them. So now we have like comboing mistakes. We have snowballing mistakes, right? So because we don't trust our aim and we can't really hit a Star-Lord, now we have to use something else to heal the Star-Lord so they don't die. So now we use our teleport, which goes on cooldown. And so now when we need our teleport, we don't have it. So now we have a magic ulting on us. Imagine we do have it. The magic used their dash and their whirl to get in, right? And so if we teleport over here, now we put up a shield. They have 200 less health. We go into melee form. We start attacking here. That buys our team enough time for the Luna to come back. And now all of a sudden, our team is at low health, but they have a Luna ult. We're all in here. The magic is back, and we're brawling, and we're as a team. So you see how like these things at this level, they really start to snowball.
Put on a show.
Uh-oh. Okay, here I hope that we're opening the scoreboard and we see that they just capped the point and our Groot is not respawned yet. So our Groot is going to get bad spawn, which is like worst case scenario because Groot is probably the slowest character in the game. So knowing that, we should retreat very far back here. Good. Just keep going. Great charm. Angela's dead. Nice. Now we can afford to hold up here. Our Groot should be back soonish. Nice. Now we have a big advantage. Yeah, I don't mind this teleport. I think that's fine. I think we just miss a little bit. The idea is great. Oof. Okay. Ah, is this a habit? So this is a habit that we do see a lot with support players, where they have a comfortable distance that they like enemies to be at. And when an enemy gets closer than that, their default habit is to back away while looking at the enemy. So what do we see here? We have, who is it on the enemy team? Angela? Who gets uncomfortably close? I think it is Angela. We see Angela. And so we immediately back up to increase the distance away from Angela. And by doing that, we lose sight of our cover and walk right into the open. So that's a habit that we really have to keep an eye on as a support player. It's a really bad habit. Make sure you don't let that habit take over. We have to prioritize not distance from the enemy, but actually what is safety. Safety is being with your other players, being out of line of sight of the enemy team, so using cover and things like that. Not just enemy close, that bad, right? Guessing my game has been reviewed. I'm already... Yeah, no, it's fine. My gameplay is terrible too. No worries. Oh, the game's on fast forward. I'm not sure if your game has been reviewed yet. Actually, I can check real quick. Unless I don't know your tag in there. Unless you're the Fire Lord. We did theirs. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yeah, no, it's fine. It was a good VOD. We learned a lot. I will upload it once the stream is over. Usually they're ready by about 5 o'clock my time. So like 2 hours after the stream. 2 to 3 hours after the stream usually ends. They'll be uploaded to YouTube. Okay. Here we have a defensive ult. We're on something else that we haven't really talked about yet much. The fact that White Fox's ult can be used aggressively and to like change the tide of a fight, right? But it's not that simple because you have to take into account attack and defense. Attack people can blow all 6 of their ults at the same time. Defense people can't. Defense people have to react because if the defense people use their ults aggressively and engage, and then the attacking people don't respawn, back up, and just build up ults, they'll be at a huge advantage. And so that's really important to keep in mind, specifically for White Fox ult, because we're on defense right now. It would be nice to use it aggressively, but we can't because of that doctor. So let's just back up and let's try to wait for an opportunity. Yeah, this is not good. This is if you were playing a regular support. Luna ults here because she's using it defensively. That's what she should do. I think the better way to think about this is use your melee form as kind of like a mini ult. Kind of like Loki. It's not as effective, obviously. But I think TPing in here because there's an Angela ult and then going melee form and starting to get a bunch of damage on Angela and pumping out healing is great. And then that gives your Luna time for her to ult, and then you avoid the double ult. Like this is not good. Because now we've used 2 support ults and they've used 0. And the Mag got the ult anyway. And here we go. Now we have nothing left, and even though our team got 2 kills, it's just over. Now they push it, they have huge map control.
Down to 30 seconds.
Attack has to play to win fights. Defense has to play to not lose fights. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I remember that, Churro. Oh, so the reaction here is actually charm. And this needs to be tested, so don't take my full word for it, but I believe if you charm your teammates, they are CC immune for like a very short amount of time. It's very tight. But yeah. That's crazy that you're the only one that got swallowed. That's actually insane. I don't know why I teleported there. That was so bad. It happens. It'd be like that. Oh, keep him alive. Keep him alive. Did it get canceled? I've just been told I suck a lot. So here's the thing. Here's the thing. Don't listen to anybody. I have been told things in like upper celestial ranks that people are like, yeah, we're losing because of this. I've watched back the VOD and they were just completely wrong. So like, don't listen to anybody on the ranked ladder. Just mute him and move on. Nice. Yeah, way to get out. Best. TP back. Yeah. Not bad. Not bad.
Hunt resumes. They hit a checkpoint. Now might be a good time to stop them.
The hunt is on.
Tantrum, tilters, and trolls. Yeah, pretty much anytime somebody says anything in chat that isn't a call out, it's an instant mute for me. Just, it's not worth it. We should check how tight the CC immunity charm is. 0.4 seconds. Wow. That is difficult.
It's now or never. Stop them. Only 60 seconds left.
And it's also a long wind-up. Look at that. That's a long wind-up. Okay, we're up one. We're up 1-4. Okay, good.
You stopped them in their tracks.
Same page, Jake. Same page.
Not fast enough. Down to 30 seconds.
All right, hopefully we're communicating with our other support now because mistakes happen. We've said. It's for the love of God, let that be the case. We're gonna combo with something. We're gonna react to something.
10 seconds. Let's finish.
Oh! Now just go. Go, 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 go. Go ult. Go ult. They have 2 seconds left. Just go in. Okay, that's fine. And they don't touch. Nice. All right. Held it together.
All you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it?
Doom is a powerful magic.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it's... I don't like when games have abilities that have that many uses. I don't... So, a good example is, like... A lot of people complain about Kiriko in Overwatch. I like to complain about Hack in Overwatch. Because Sombra, in one hack, she reveals people to the enemy. They do more damage, they take more damage, and they can't use any of their abilities, and it cancels abilities that they already were using. It's like 5 uses in one ability. So like it's the same thing with her, with White Fox's charm. It charms the enemy, it makes them walk towards you, it cancels the ult, it heals teammates, it pierces, it does damage to enemies, and it gives CC immunity. Like, that's a lot. It makes balancing really difficult. Now, good design is things like Hulk's Bubble, right? Hulk's Bubble, it blocks damage for yourself and it blocks damage for your team, right? But you can use it in so many different ways, not because it has a bunch of things that it does, because you can be creative with it. That's cool. Anyway. Down one, we really shouldn't be pushing here. Okay, we've seen that way too many times. We cannot keep TPing in. You cannot do that. Like, this is just gonna get you killed. 12 seconds is a long time. You can use the charm for that. Just replace the charm. Yes. So oh, let me TP again. Okay, so this is a scenario where we want to get aggressive with our mini ult, right? With our melee form. So we look around, right? Our team is pushing in. We have an invisible ult. Like, this person's low. This is a great time to just go in. Go ham, like, start making a play. But we're so slow on the take. We're like, We're just playing so cautious. Like, if you want to play cautious, you should keep playing Rocket. You should play like... I mean, Rocket really is the best example, but yeah. I thought Strange might have ult. Yeah. So I can see how that is. One thing you can use as a crutch for right now, and it's not one-to-one, but you can, you know, open up the scoreboard and see what, especially because we're at, you know, we have a mirror match, right? You look at your tanks and be like, okay, my tanks, Groot's almost there and Strange isn't close, so I could we probably have some time. But yeah. Wait, we wanted to not be aggressive here because of Strange ult, but then we ult into Strange ult? No! Get the kill, get the kill! Oh, we get the kill anyway. Woo. Wow, that timing is incredible. Why are we using melee form? No, it's a 15-second cooldown plus 8 seconds if you use the whole thing. That's 23 seconds where you're not gonna have charm or anything else. Now we don't have melee form when we're starting to brawl. And because we don't have melee form, now we're over here when our team needs help over here. Instead of like going into melee form and fighting with our Groot. And our Groot's gonna die. Oh, Strange ult! Jeez, that Strange like saved the game. Good Rocket ult. Burn it, burn it, burn it. Keeping people alive. Good TP. That was a... Oh, focus. Jeez, dude, that was a crazy fight. In my experience, everybody on Reddit sucks. Oh, careful here. A little bit late. He had the right idea there. You gotta help a DPS who's ulting like that. Have her ult again? I'd go in. I'd go in and ult. Yeah! Good stuff. Huge ult. You guys have so much momentum now. Just keep it going. Enable your tanks to take space. Careful. It's tough. So I think that we need to rethink our use of charm. I think we're teleporting when we should be charming, and then we're using charm a lot to build ult charge and do some burst healing, which can be used like that. But at the same time, we need to also link it to the momentum of the game and ult tracking, right? So I think here, if we wait on our charm, because here we use it to save Strange, which maybe would have been necessary. I think I'd rather save it for this, because here, either you CC him and he doesn't get the ult off, or you CC immune your team. Tough though. Not a clear-cut answer for either of those. You guys see Niners? Not a good charm. You're doing a good amount of healing.
Judge, jury, executioner.
I have a feeling all those charms down the middle of the map are really helping with that, which is good. Nice. Your tanks are good. Thank you for canceling that. Nice. You're playing well. Uh-oh. 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 Good ult. Alright, so where did this go wrong? Actually, let's just watch this whole fight. I want to see what happens before I make it. Great tracking there.
By the eye of Agamotto.
Yeah, I mean, we're down to support. Time to get out. It's really time to get out here. We gotta wait for Invis to come back. Yeah. Ooh, okay. This is a really tough situation. So a lot of what's happening here is our team is just split up, and since we're down to support, we can only heal the people up top or the people down below. And anytime we swap from one to the other one suffers for it. So I think we probably should have just gotten back a long time ago. Here's something that you definitely can do is, like, earlier in the fight, just start backing up. And, like, this is a way you can indirectly control your tanks, is you back up and you make your tanks come to you if they want healing. See if we can pinpoint when that could work.
By the eye of Agamotto.
Also, can you not slam the ground in Thing's area of effect? Somebody needs to help me test that, because I did not know that was a thing. Is Thing a counter? Today I learned. So yeah, right here, we need to not heal unless our team backs up. Especially now that our Groot is dead. Like, we need to be yelling back up. So just back up to here. I think that's the only thing that would have saved this game in this fight. regrouping together.
Down to 30 seconds.
I don't know, man.
Spirit steady. Feeling fantastic. Get that beat moving again.
Get out. That's a great I don't want to say Kiri ult. That was a great Fox ult.
I've survived so much worse.
I am strengthened for battle.
Good TP. Good TP. Nice try. Okay. So, yeah, I mean, we went over a lot there. I think that fight at the end was just a lot of chaos going on. I think, yeah. Now we really have to hone down on like micro mistakes. A lot of what we've seen is because of your lack of trust in your aim, you're losing out on healing numbers, which makes you get your ult later. You lose out on healing, which means you have to compensate with teleporting, which has built in the bad habit of teleporting to your team in bad situations and then getting you killed. At the same time, teleporting in a bad situation that you don't need to teleport in, and then when you need it, within 12 seconds, you don't have it. And so that is like really hampering your style. I think your aim's actually pretty decent. I think you need to trust your aim a bit more and like get out of that mindset of not trusting it. So that would be like my number one thing is like trust your aim and like really get to that and don't overcompensate with your other abilities. With your ult, I think you actually had a pretty decent sense of your ult. A lot of the times that I would have ulted, you also ulted, which is a good sign. I think I learned from this VOD, I think Thing counters her ult like perfectly because bounces you up, you don't get your healing stuff. So when we ult, we need to be cautious of where Thing is. It's kind of the same thing, kind of similar to like when you ult as Hulk, you don't want to be anywhere near Emma Diamond form. Same thing for White Fox. You don't want to be like near an Angela or stuff like that can hard CC you. Those are the things you want to look out for. So we'll add Thing to that list for White Fox ult. I think our melee form, we need to think of it kind of as like a mini ult, almost like a Loki rune. And then watch out for a couple of those bad habits. So anyway, that's it for this VOD review. I hope it helps. Thank you so much for submitting it. Take care, God bless. See you guys next time. Bye.